people. 666, baby. Look at me. I got sharp teeth. I'm a predator, and I'm coming for you. I'm sorry. Oh, my God. I was telling you, Marcos, not to make fun of him earlier. I can't help it. I mean, the level of horse crap I'm being fed here. Let's get back to the rest of 535 Congress people. Get them the hell out of my way. Damn Congress, Federal Reserve. Back to it.
Evil from the devil or something.
But he doesn't say what you replace it with. This is what the people who want to get rid of the Federal Reserve don't talk about.
I'm just marveling. Isn't there more? Go to the Neil Boortz clip about there are so many internal audits that I don't even know what to do. Let's go back.
Already has so many internal audits, it's ridiculous. I don't know why people think we're going to learn this great amount of information by auditing the Federal Reserve. There's no hidden secrets going on in the Federal Reserve to my knowledge.
Hit pause. This is too rich. I mean, back it up. This is like Rick Perry being a male cheerleader, Al Gore supporter, carbon tax supporter, gun grabber, hand over the highways, Bilderberg attendee, Hillary Clinton socialist care supporter. I mean, there's no end to this horse manure. I'm going to stop it. I'm trying to control myself. But, I mean, you got a Federal Reserve top general up here feeding you a solid line and looking at Ron Paul and going, how dare you? How dare you say I said these things when he said them? And there he is. It's ridiculous how many internal audits there are. It's ridiculous how many internal audits Al Capone has. We don't need any outside looking at us. Well, look at the White House shipping guns into Mexico. This is a good government. See, I'm not a teleprompter reader. I'm not a robot. So I'm exposing. I don't think Herman Cain's a robot either. This guy's a mad liar like I've never seen in my life. To look at Ron Paul and say, I can't believe you said that about me. I've never said there shouldn't be an audit. And here he is. It's ridiculous how many internal checks we have. My God, get rid of that Congress right away. Some kind of Bolshevik if you're not for getting rid of the Congress. All right, let's go back to Mr. wants to start all these new taxes, Cain. Let's go back to Mr. Cain.
Hidden secrets going on in the Federal Reserve to my knowledge. And I tell people, you know, we've got 12 Federal Reserve banks. You find out which district you're in, call them up and go from there.
Pause again. We've sent reporters out by themselves to the Federal Reserve. You show up with 500 people, they're real nice. You show up real nice across the street with your camera, they walk out with firearms. We're going to take you to jail, boy. We're federal agents. And meanwhile, fake federal seals, buildings look like federal buildings. I'm a federal agent. All fraud. Just all scams. 999. We're going to rape you 9 times with an income tax. We're going to rape you 9 times with a VAT tax. We're going to rape you 9 times with a sales tax. And we're going to rape you because he's lying to you about getting rid of FICA. We're going to rape you with that. And conservatives are lined up going, gang, rape me. Take all my rights away, Lord Cain. I'm sorry. Let's go back to him going, it's ridiculous. It's like Sylvester the cat. It's ridiculous that Tweety Bird thinks I want to eat him. I mean, I am here to help you. Let's go back to it.
You find out which district you're in, call them up and go from there.
Call up the Federal Reserve and they'll feed you a large load of you-know-what, okay? By the way, I'm Herman Cain and I will save you. Okay, I mean, this is like torture having to listen to this guy. I mean, it is just too rich. All right, let's go ahead now. Speaking of Ron Paul has won first, second, and third place in every major poll out there. And then when he wins first, second, or third, they just won't mention his name. It's like number 1 was this, number 3 was that, no mention of Ron Paul. We looked at a whole index of internet polls, scientific polls. He got first, second, or third in every one of them. But as the Examiner shows right there. But even though he showed up in the top 3 candidates in the other scientific polls for last night's debate, it was the same thing. When the mainstream corporate whore media, the CIA, Washington Post, amply named The Fix is in, they listed Herman Cain, Newt Gingrich, and others. So Now, when I checked the poll, I think Newt Gingrich's got, what, 2%? And Ron Paul's like 16 or something? I mean, the point is, there you go again. Same thing over and over again. Now, speaking of Ron Paul, I have tried to be deliberative. I have tried to deliberate on this Occupy America for the Soviet Union movement. I mean, Occupy for lazy homeless people movement. I mean, trendy, know-it-all, spoiled, rotten, snot-nosed kids running around telling you what to do. I'm sorry. Occupy Wall Street. But I'm done with them. Matt Medina in San Antonio has confirmed. They came up and said, no Alex Jones, no Ron Paul, shut up. I've confirmed it all over the country. I've confirmed it on video. And Darren McBreen's son, who is just a patriot, last week went down to Occupy Austin and was walking by with a Ron Paul sign, and the woman on the microphone, he didn't have a camera at the time, said, get out of here, no Ron Paul, no Ron Paul, the Federal Reserve's not the problem. And so we keep getting these reports. And so I told Jacobson today, I said, go down there with your iPhone and see what happens. Jacobson shows up, and within 5 minutes, a guy shows up with a bunch of pizzas, giving them to the Occupy Austin people, probably about 50 folks down there. And I'm sorry, I looked at the video. They look like they got about 5 brain cells between 50 of them. And he goes down there, and this guy comes over and puts his arm around him and says, listen, this isn't a political movement. You know, your Ron Paul thing needs to go. And, of course, Jacobson blows up because he's not a wimp and says, I got free speech. And the guy's like, hey, go away. My name's this and that. I'm a Ron Paul supporter. Classic political stuff. Then there's weird audio of him going, I got $20. Who wants $20? The guy looks like a cop. All I know is that then I went and talked to McBreen, and I said, call your son. He double checked. He goes, no, it was a woman saying get out of there on the microphone. So my issue here is you're just walking by a city park. My tax money, your tax money paid for, and these guys come out, and in the case of McBreen's son, said just get out of here, period. You're not welcome. Same thing happened to Matt Medina down in San Antonio. These reports are coming in everywhere. And Rob should have played possum to let the guy fully explain himself. And the guy says his name. We bleeped it out in case he's using somebody else's name or in case he doesn't realize the ramifications of this. And Jacobson shot the video this way, so we had to flip it that way for the screen so it creates some jiggling effect. So it's hard to watch. But I'm giving the Occupy Austin people fair warning. I'm sending a bunch of people down there in Ron Paul outfits tomorrow and the next day, so we can really document what you're doing, because you're claiming we don't have a political movement, but get the rich people and march on Republican billionaire donors' houses in New York, and we want to get the 1%. Number one, the American people are 5% of the world's population. We have more than half the wealth, or right at half the wealth. So this is a very dangerous precedent. But we have confirmed that there's people handing free food out and money to people, and they don't want Ron Paul there. They say they don't want to be political, but they're basically pushing Democratic White House talking points. So here's that video.
I'm voting for Ron Paul too. Hey, this is not a political movement.
Yes, this is, sir. I was just saying, I think it is, because Ron Paul represents ending the Fed.
And, he sure does.
And ending the Fed, in my belief, in my head.
If you want to record this, my name is David, and I'm voting for Ron Paul. This is not about Ron Paul.
I think it is. Why
I'm just letting you know.
All right, well, I'm here and I think it is. My opinion is just as good as yours. Thank you. And I deserve my freedom of speech.
If you want to be a to me, I'll promise you I'll be a to you.
Go for it, man.
You know,
are you threatening me? Are you threatening me, sir?
If I was threatening you, know it. I brought all these pizzas for you to eat. Okay?
You brought all the pizzas for us? Is that, where'd you get the money from, man? You're the one asking me not to speak. I'm not the other way around.
Hit pause. My idea of hell would be 10 trillion years in a park with hippies crapping all over the place and having sex with each other like they're doing up in New York City, with people bringing them free pizza and stuff. and then them all ninnying over if you get a piece of pizza or whatever. Because the guy's like, I'm the one that brought the pizza. And then he goes into this clip of, I got $20. Who wants $20? Again, my issue here is that we have confirmed all over the country there's one thing that's not allowed anywhere near these things, and that's Ron Paul, because he actually identifies the real threat. And that tells you all you need to know about Occupy Wall Street, Occupy Austin, Occupy whatever, is that the grassroots may be good, but I've got another article here. Occupy LA speaker, violence will be necessary to achieve our goals. And you go talk to them, they're leftists who want me to turn my guns in so they can have their violence against me. Turn your gun in. We're coming with ours. Everything's great. Finish up with Jacobson's clip where the guy's in the background talking about, I got $20. Who wants $20? And again, this happened to McBreen's son. It happened back when they went back out there with the daughter. I'm sending them all out there tomorrow. And I told McBreen, who's out there right now, I told him, I said, play possum. I'm giving them fair warning. So we're just going to sit there and take it and see what they say, because they're like, you don't walk by a city park around here. You understand? We're Occupy Wall Street. Obama, baby. Let's finish up the clip.
Who could use $20 right now? All right. We'll put it in the donation box. You got a donation box. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, absolutely. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you for the pizza.
Thanks for the pizza. Well, I mean, we just brought it. We didn't pay for it. Thanks for bringing it, man. We love you.
Well, there's a view into hell. A bunch of misguided people calling for collectivism. That's what they're nationally doing, with some guy saying, you got a Ron Paul sign. This isn't political. God almighty, I just can't even believe this. How far does this have to go? So we're coming down there, and we're calling for true constitutionalists to go to all these events, as Kokesh did up in D.C., and he was told, you don't even videotape the city park. This city park is ours. America is ours. We're liberal, no freedom. Everybody's like, oh my God, you're God. You are king. Soviet Union. October Red Scare. Take over. All right. I'm looking at Jacobson out there right now. Jacobson, I can't believe you even tried to be in the level of these people. You were up there with like St. Michael flapping around in heaven. In fact, let's document cam shot from up there right through the Skynet news system. There is Jacobson. Jacobson, come in here behind me with your Ron Paul shirt. This was just hours ago that a thought criminal, and again, I say, within 5 minutes he was told, boy, this ain't political. This is nothing but a cutout for Obama, basically. But I like Ron Paul. Here, show folks your shirt. Right, here we go. Get over here. Let's just get that out of there. Look at the evil. I mean,